The Voice is currently airing on Mondays on NBC, and Blake Shelton is the only coach on the show who has been on every single one of the show's 20 seasons. In a recent interview, the country singer was asked whether he was ready to step away from the spotlight, and he suggested that his time on the show was starting to wind down. On a recent edition of Today with Hoda and Jenna, the country singer spoke to Hoda Kotb about Ariana Grande joining The Voice, plus his own role over the last decade on the series. Asked by Hoda Kotb whether he saw himself slowing down in the next decade, Shelton said, "I hope that's not too far down the road. 10 years sounds like way too long for me. I'd like to see that sooner than later." He continued, "I mean, we've both pretty much taken it to the limit as far as our careers go, and touring and now the television thing. It's been fortunate to accomplish a lot of things. But, hopefully, at some point, we get a chance to live some life." Though he may have more seasons of The Voice behind him than in front of him, fans should not worry that they will lose Shelton as a coach imminently. In the same interview, Shelton confirmed that he will be taking part in the fall edition of the NBC show, when he will be joined by Kelly Clarkson, John Legend and new girl Ariana Grande. Asked by Kotb whether he and fiancée and former Voice coach, Gwen Stefani, would be marrying in the summer or fall, the singer said, "If she and I wait until next November, then I'm right back into the Voice cycle again." This is not the first time Shelton has been asked about his future on The Voice. Asked by Kotb in 2016 whether rumors of him leaving the show were correct, Shelton said, "I've read many times that I've been fired, but I don't plan on going anywhere. I'd like to stay there as long as I can. Yes, I'm staying there, of course, I'm staying there. I love that job." Blake Shelton has once again sparked conversation and speculation after offering a revealing hint about when he might step away from The Voice, a show that has become almost synonymous with his name. For more than a decade, Shelton has been a constant presence on the iconic red chair, shaping the competition with his humor, honesty, and deep connection to country music. His recent comments, however, suggest that his time on the show may eventually be coming to a thoughtful and well-considered close. Since joining The Voice at its very beginning, Blake Shelton has been one of the defining figures of the series. His easygoing personality, quick wit, and competitive spirit helped set the tone for the show, making him a fan favorite season after season. Over the years, he has mentored countless artists, celebrated multiple wins, and formed memorable friendships with fellow coaches. The idea of Shelton leaving the show carries emotional weight not just for viewers, but for the entire Voice family. In his recent remarks, Shelton hinted that his departure would be guided less by exhaustion and more by timing and purpose. Rather than framing his exit as an abrupt decision, he suggested that he wants to leave while the experience still feels meaningful and positive. This approach reflects Shelton's reputation for authenticity, as he has often emphasized the importance of knowing when to close a chapter with gratitude rather than waiting until it becomes routine. Shelton also alluded to the desire to spend more time focusing on life beyond the show. Over the years, his personal and professional priorities have naturally evolved. From touring and creating new music to embracing married life and a more grounded routine, Shelton has shown that balance has become increasingly important to him. His comments suggest that when he does leave The Voice, it will be to fully embrace those other parts of his life. Fans quickly responded to the hint with a mix of nostalgia and understanding. Many expressed how difficult it would be to imagine The Voice without Shelton's presence, noting that his humor and candid coaching style helped define the show's identity. Others supported his right to step away on his own terms, recognizing the demands of long-term television commitments and applauding his honesty about wanting to leave at the right moment. Behind the scenes, Shelton's potential departure represents a major transition for the show. As the longest-serving coach, he has been a cornerstone of its success. His interactions with contestants and fellow coaches often provided both comedic relief and emotional grounding. Replacing that presence would not be easy, and his absence would undoubtedly reshape the dynamic of the panel. At the same time, Shelton's hint did not suggest an immediate goodbye. His tone indicated reflection rather than finality, leaving room for future seasons and continued involvement before the eventual farewell. This has left viewers in a state of anticipation, aware that the end may come one day, but grateful for the time that remains. Blake Shelton's openness about his future on The Voice adds a layer of sincerity to his legacy on the show. Rather than clinging to longevity for its own sake, he appears focused on preserving the joy and authenticity that made his journey special in the first place. When he does decide to step away, it is likely to be marked by celebration, reflection, and appreciation rather than regret. For now, Shelton remains a vital part of The Voice, continuing to guide aspiring artists and entertain audiences with his trademark charm. His hint serves not as a farewell, but as a reminder that even the most enduring chapters eventually reach a natural conclusion. Until that day arrives, fans will continue to watch, laugh, and sing along, knowing they are witnessing the final stretch of an era that helped shape modern music television. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.